Hello, welcome back. I'd like to report that this morning we have all the snankers back in the main tank. Treatment has been successful across the board. Got some nice clear eyeballs. Very clean looking. You know, he's a little skinnied up there, but he'll gain his weight back. You can see they're all eating. Let's put a big load of bloodworms and shrimp in. We've already had pellets and flakes. Everybody's back to normal, displaying nice colors. And we've followed up the Canaplex treatment, which is a antibacterial, antifungal treatment. And now we're gut loading API General Cure, because every time something happens to your discus and they get weak, whatever's floating around your tank is going to jump into them, and there's always something in your tank. If you think your tank is parasite free and you think quarantining fish is going to stop you from having a sick fish, especially if you've got, sensitive varieties of discus. I mean, if you got discus that look like this, they'll probably never get sick, and you'll think it's exactly like owning angelfish, like super tough. These Asians, the pigeon varieties. This fish has never once been sick since I brought it home. It's just a tank. And same could be said for this orange guy and pretty much all the Asians. And when you get into these brown discus, they're Germans. And the Germans, they get sick all the frickin' time. All the time. They are so sensitive and genetically weak in comparison to the Asians. So, you can have everything cleared out in your tank when it comes to these fish, and it'll come in with your frozen foods. And if something has their immune systems knocked down, that's when the stuff jumps in. If they're very strong and you haven't done anything to stress them out, they're happy and everything else, they never get sick. It's just how it works. So the best thing you can do is keep your discus happy, well fed, and eating properly. And the occasional gut cleansing by dosing some food just to make sure nothing's festering, because these guys will carry internal parasitic infections for months, plural, not singular. So you could 4-week quarantine, you could 8-week quarantine, you could do 30 days, 60 days. It doesn't matter. They'll if they're resisting it, and a fish like Big Red resists everything, he'll also be carrying everything he's resisting, and then you'll dump him into the tank and so on. Or he's carrying something he's resisting, then you throw him into quarantine, then he gets depressed and he stops eating, and the stuff that he has been resisting starts to overcome him. And you think, oh wow, lucky I put that fish in quarantine because he would have killed all my fish. But it doesn't work that way. It's quarantine's a good idea if the fish is actually sick and it requires treatment. But if it doesn't, learn how to pick clean discus, because they have a look to them when they get sick. They look like this. Okay, this one's been treated, it's just recovering, but you look at its forehead, you can see boniness. Never buy a discus that looks like this, because he's sick unless, again, I've just treated these, so they're going to recover now. But look, see him too. I got 2 of them that look like that right now from this last bout of illness. And these darn Germans, you clear them up, you get them healthy, they'll be healthy for 2-3 months, and something else comes along. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. It's just the way it is. So, and a lot of people try to negate that by adopting a bubble boy behavior with their fish. and putting glass bottom tanks and everything else. And you'll see that more with people who own Germans than people who don't, because they're trying to figure out why the fish are dying all the time, and it's really not anyone's fault. It's just shitty genes. So if you don't want a challenge, stay away from the Germans. That's my advice. Go for the wilds. They're probably better off because at least they got fresh wild genes. Normally when you bring wilds home, they're also infected, heavily infected, and you'll spend a lot of time treating them, but so yeah, you'll still get skinny fish from them and you'll still have problems. You will learn how to effectively treat fish if you own Discus. And if you're somebody who never wants to use meds or spend money on meds, or think that you can fish keep so well that you can avoid the problems with your normal techniques, you're gonna learn that you're playing a different game real fast, and none of that shit's gonna work for you. But best of luck. These are not African cichlids. You're not playing the African cichlid game. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.